Okay, YouTube, what's going on? Pocket 3 accessories 2024. I've had this since about February, so it gives me a good 7 or 8 months with it. In this video, I'm going to share with you the best accessories, the ones that are worth your money, and the ones that you're going to use on a regular basis. Let's jump in, we'll get to it. Okay, so first up, if you do your homework on this guy, you're going to hear some YouTubers saying some horrible things about the Pocket 3, that it's super delicate and you have to baby it and all that kind of good stuff. So I'm going to let you in on a little secret. To some extent, they're right, okay? And what they're talking about is the gimbal mechanism. If you drop this on a cement floor here, it's going to be toast. So how do you circumvent that? There's two ways. So if you buy the Creator Combo for the Pocket 3, and I highly recommend you do, that's what I purchased, you're going to get this DJI protective cover. And as such, if you keep your Pocket 3 in a protective cover when you're not using it, you're going to be able to circumvent damage dropping this thing, okay? So what you have to do when you first get the Pocket 3 is get used to using this thing. You take it out of the sleeve, you do whatever you're going to do with it, and when you're done, you pop it back into the sleeve. And the sleeve has a couple of benefits to it. One, it holds the wide-angle lens, and then at the top here, there's another slot where you can put the DJI Mic 2 in the case or the sleeve here, and that helps keep everything together. So that is my first sort of pro tip, if you will, is DJI calls this a protective cover. So I call it a sleeve, but the same thing. So what you want to do, slip it in there like that, and when you're not using it, this is where you want to have it. And I've been 8 months now and no issues whatsoever. All right, so the first accessory that I think is really important for your Pocket 3, and that's the screen protector. And so the one I use is Start RC. I'll put links to all this stuff in the description for you. But so I put a screen protector here, and I put it on the lens here when I first got my Pocket 3. But the problem is, if you have one of the tempered glass screen protectors, and then you try and put a filter on top, this thing can't turn properly. So I took the screen protector off, and I'm just really careful with this thing. But I mean, really, there's never a time where I'm pawing this thing or getting fingered, so the only time is when you're putting filters on and they just snap on and they snap off. So if you give your lens a wipe, with a microfiber cloth once in a while, you're going to be good to go. But having a screen protector here, I think, is going to be a big benefit over the long run. So next up is a simple mount for your Pocket 3, and this one is the Sunnylife MagMount, and it's really kind of cool. It's got a heavy-duty magnet on the back, and it's got a clamping device here, so you can put your Pocket 3 into this thing. Just got to turn it around, line everything up, and then bring it over, lock the clip like that, and then you can take your Pocket 3 and just stick it onto, you're going across a trestle bridge with a metal rail or anything with metal, the side of a vehicle. Now, let me caution you there. Don't stick this onto your side of your car and try to do car rollers with it, because, I mean, yeah, it's a strong magnet and it might work, but it also might fall off. So I'll show you some other mounts later in the video that are far better suited if you want to do car rollers with your Pocket 3. But this Sunnylife extension mount is a really great unit, and I've used it a fair amount in the 8 months that I've had my Pocket 3. The next accessory that I want to show you is probably the pièce de résistance of all accessories, and that's the Ulanzi PK06. This thing is an all-metal design. It's got an easy open bracket here. Okay, it opens like a door, something like the Sunnylife plastic bracket, but because it's metal, it gives your device another level of protection, and you can use it with so many of the other bits and pieces, like with the Action 5 quick release clips or the Pocket 3 release clips. And here's an example of one now. So this bracket, the only thing you have to watch out for, and I have another video on the PK06, you can check that out. I'll put some links at the end of this video for you, but you just want to make sure that you mount it down low enough so that your door opens up here, and you can turn the camera on the way you always do. And now I'll shut this off. Other than that, this bracket is really straightforward. So you've got a mag mount on this side, you've got a mag mount on the back, and then on the other side, you've got a cold shoe mount. So super versatile for sure. Now, you know, just to demonstrate, let me put my specs on here so I don't muck this up for you. So there it's mounted on the side. You can mount it horizontally if you want to do car rollers, and I've covered that in another video as well. And then you've got your cold shoe over on this side. Now, what really takes, you know, this PK06 to a whole other level is that you can use it with other accessories. So, and another thing, before I forget here, this on the back also has the GoPro finger, so you can use it with all your GoPro accessories. So, you know, it's really a good bang for buck accessory. Now, enter in the Ulanzi CA22. This is another mag mount device, and it snaps on here as well. So you can mount it like this, and if you don't want to turn the gimbal, this has... It can give you a really wide range of motion if you want to tip the camera up or down. And so that's a bonus. The next accessory, which works with this one super well, and that's the Falcam F38 Quick Release for Backpack version 2. And all you need it to do is put the cleat from that on this guy here. And we'll just tighten it in here. And you want to make sure that the F38 and the F38 are at the top and the bottom. Just snug this up like so. And then if you bring up your backpack, I'm going to move all this over a little bit. There's the quick release on my backpack. And now I can take this camera and just bring it over and slide it in here. And there's a little lock pin on the F38, and I can lock it in place. So even if I bump it, this thing's not going to open. I'd have to push this up, push it in, and then release it. And so that, my friends, is a wicked powerful combo. The Ulanzi PK06, the Ulanzi CA22, and any of your other quick release devices that will fit the mag mounts on this bracket, and away you go. And even even this is though it's a cold shoe, the mag mounts will still fit on it. Let's see. There you go. So you can mount this on either side. So you want a mag mount on this side or this side, you've got it covered. So really, probably my #1 accessory for the Pocket 3. The next two accessories for the Pocket 3 are also must-have accessories. And so this is the Freewell NDPL filter set, and comes with a set of 4 neutral density polarizing filters. So what that means is that these filters have a little bezel on the outside of them, and so your ND comes from the basic glass in behind the bezel, and then the bezel provides the polarization, and you can adjust it by turning, there's a white marker at the 12 o'clock point, and you just turn that around until you get the best polarization and least amount of reflection, depending on where you're shooting. But I mean, without these, I couldn't do car rollers. It's just that simple. And so this is a must-have piece of equipment if you're going to be serious about the video you're going to shoot with your Pocket 3. So, and I've used these for 8 months now and had no issues with them whatsoever. They're magnetic. The only thing you have to watch out for is that if you put a tempered glass protector on the lens of your camera, these you're going to impede the movement of the gimbal. So just keep that in mind. So for that, you might want to, if you put your protector on the big screen or the main screen, don't put it on the camera if you're planning to do a lot of car roller videos. And that's it. Now, The next piece of kit is also a must-have, and I say it's a must-have because when I first started with a Pocket 3 doing stuff in my vehicle, I found that the traditional suction mounts, they just didn't give us the versatility that we would need working inside a vehicle. So this Leeconghui bracket, hopefully I'm pronouncing that okay, it has a little dial here. You can turn it and you can suction it to your windshield. And typically the way I use it, so basically I couldn't find a mount that would allow me to mount the camera vertically in my vehicle and give me the best of both worlds. And so by having the Leeconghui, it has a 1/4-20 on this side, and then it has a cold shoe on this side. So, I mean, you can have your Pocket 3 on one side, you can have your action camera on the other side. It's a really cool piece of kit. And the way I use it is I typically have it mounted, it's a little bit like this. So this part here goes up on the windshield. Actually, in my case, it's up over here. Goes behind the rear view mirror, and then it hangs down behind the rear view mirror. And I'll have this mounted like so. And I can shoot myself, or I can shoot what's coming at me going down the road. And I've had so many, you know, pleasant comments when I showcased this in a previous video, and it's not expensive. I'll put a price list and all that kind of stuff at the end of the video for you. But this goes everywhere with me if I'm using the Pocket 3, because I either have the Pocket 3 mounted here, I've got it mounted to the sunroof, and occasionally I might be doing something with it on the outside of the vehicle, but then I've got some other accessories I'm going to show you for that. So, you know, the Freewell NDPL filters and the Leeconghui bracket are just, you know, must-have accessories again. They really are. They'll help you a lot. So here's another fantastic option for those of you that are interested in doing car rollers. You can take the PK06 and mount it to the Ulanzi SC02. This is a suction mount, and the way it works, if I take these fingers and just squeeze them like this, it releases the grab. And if I take the pump and just pump it up till the red line is not visible, you know you've got enough suction. And if you look at my Action 5 accessories video, you'll see that when you're using these suction mounts on a vehicle, like on a windshield, a sunroof, or something like that, take a little bottle of Windex and a microfiber cloth, spray the suction, spray the vehicle, clean it off, and then you'll find that this will adhere super well. Afterwards, you might notice a ring left on the finish of your paint. Just take a little bit of Windex and give it a good wipe, or when you wash it with a car wash brush, it'll take it right off. So nothing to worry about. And this thing is super versatile. It has a NATO rail on it. You can use that or not, but that allows you to have a quick release if you do use it. And then you've got some versatility with your mounting options with the configuration of this arm. So it really is a fantastic mount. And this is the one, like I have two. I have a knee where it's about 6 inches instead of 4. And so if I'm, you know, going to mount a little bit heavier camera or something like that, then I'll go to the knee wear. But this one I tend to use the most. It's got lots of 1/4-20, 3/8-16 mount options. It's got room for a little eyelet there, so if you want to have a safety harness to make sure your precious camera equipment doesn't fall and hit on the ground or get smashed or broken or what have you, you've got that ability. So, you know, just a great accessory that you'll get lots of use out of. So here's another great accessory I think you get some real value from. It took me a while to find this. I'll just show you. Like, it's a Vamson soft shell case, and I say soft shell. I really don't know what to call this thing. Hard shell, soft shell. I mean, it's a decent sized case, and I was looking for something that I could put all my action camera accessories in, so that I want to just take it out to the car. I've got everything in one nice compact case, and this thing really fills the bill. I've been really happy with it since I got it. You open it up. It's got 2 parachute pulls on it, and just flip it open, and what you've got is on the top there's a nice mesh pouch here, and on this side you know, I can keep my selfie stick up here with one of the mag mounts, and then in the lower part I've got some filters and the battery case for my Action 5, and I've got my filters over here for the Pocket 3, and then down below, So if I'm going out using the Pocket 3, I can put it here. It's in the sleeve. I've got my audio set up. I've got all my bits and pieces, my adapters, and all that good stuff. And then over on this side here, I just cover this with a microfiber cloth, and I got my action cameras there, and I've got my DJI microphone down here, the extra battery for the Pocket 3. So this thing really fills the bill as far as being able to consolidate all your action camera parts and accessories in one handy little case, and it's not that expensive. So I've been using this for probably a month since I got it, and I just love it. I mean, the thing's just terrific. So I have this, and I have another older Kata camera bag that I keep on the back seat of my truck, and that's where I keep all my suction mounts and stuff like that. So it just makes it easy. I've got 2 cases I can take out to the car if I'm doing rollers or whatever I'm doing, and you know, just another value-added accessory that I think you'll get some value from. So these next 2 accessories, if you've seen my videos before, you know what they are. This is the Telesin neck mount, and I've been using this thing religiously for quite some time now. And I'm going to show you kind of a slick little trick that I came up with. And so I wanted to use the DJI Mic with this guy here, but you know, there's just a 1/4 bolt sticking out of it. So I took one of these little, these are for woodworking, and I found one so that it has a 1/4 thread with some 4 spikes here. And what you do is, if you want to screw something into a piece of wood, you drill a hole and then you pound this thing into a piece of plywood or something like that, and you can screw in your whatever it is you want to screw in, and nut, bolt, what have you. So I found that if I took one of these and just screwed it onto the end here like this, then I could take the mag mount like so. And the nice thing about this is that it puts the microphone, and this thing is highly flexible, you can bend it, but it just puts it just gives you better audio. So I mean, I don't need to tell you how important audio is in your videos. You know, there's nothing worse than you click onto YouTube, you go to watch a video, and you can't hear the audio, it sounds muffled, whatever. So this just helps the mic deliver a better quality experience for the user. So I can't recommend both of these highly enough to you. The Telesin neck mount and the DJI Mic 2. I don't own the full set of DJI mics yet. I haven't had the need, but I'm going to tell you, with my Action 5 and my Pocket 3, this mic came with the Pocket 3 Adventure Combo, I think it is. Yeah. Or Creator Combo, and I've been using it, you know, since I've had it, since February this year, and absolutely love it. I'm still kind of, I think maybe the Rode Wireless Go that I have, I don't know, I think maybe I like the sound from that a touch better than the DJI Mic 2, but it's, you know, it's like 6 and 1/2 dozen the other. So anyways, 2 more great accessories that you'll get a ton of use out of for sure. So I decided to leave the most interesting for last. If you're serious about doing car rollers, you're going to want to get your hands on one of these. This is the MovMax Blade Arm. And on Amazon right now, it's about $149. But I've had this thing for quite some time and absolutely love it. If you're doing car rollers, you're going down cottage roads, unassumed roads, anywhere where you know, the stabilization is just not going to be able to cope with, you know, getting the smooth footage for you, then this is the way to go. And I mean, it's easy to use, it's easy to mount. It has a suction mount on the bottom here. Again, you just pump it up until the line disappears. And then you've got adjuster on the back side here, you've got another one over here, and you've got a couple of weights here. So, and this thing will work with other devices besides the Pocket 3. Like, I've used my Action 5 with it so far. I've used the Pocket 3, GoPro Hero 8. It really just depends on what you're doing, and you just play with the weights to balance it out, and you know, you're going to get nice smooth footage. So I can't recommend this highly enough. I don't think it's overly expensive, but compared to everything else I've seen in the marketplace so far, this eclipses them all. I mean, this is just so much, you know, it's so well engineered. And the company that builds these, they specialize in mounts for the movie industry and that kind of stuff. So it's not surprising they've come up with a really solid piece of kit. And so I definitely can give this my 2 thumbs up recommendation, if you will. I mean, if you're doing car rollers, just go out and get one. Okay, so to wrap this up, I have now disclosed all of my top secret accessories for the Osmo Pocket 3, which are not so top secret anymore. Not that they ever were. If you have an accessory that you're currently using for the Pocket 3 that I didn't cover here, drop me a line and let me know, because maybe it's something I'm going to add to my kit, especially if it's something unique and, you know, something I can use on a regular basis. So if you found this video useful, hit the subscribe, like, and notification bells for me. And I'll put some links to other videos that are sort of related to action cameras and, you know, some of the accessories that I use on a regular basis. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care now.